Part of me doesn't want to come out here. I guess I just need to mull it over a little bit and process it all. It's supposed to be really cold this week. There are two sides to homesteading. The glamorous side, and then the reality side. I'm heading out to the barn right now, and I will admit to being hesitant. Part of me doesn't want to come out here. Reason being, if Daisy's going to come back into heat, it's going to be about now. And I'm kind of dreading coming out here in case I find her in heat. Let's see. Hello, girls. How are you? Cold, I see. Look how fluffy you are. Look how fluffy you are. You're so cute. You're so cute and fluffy. What about you? Yeah. What is your problem, girl? What is your problem? Just... She's not being crazy, but you see the tail. She's definitely flagging, which is what they do when they want a boy. So at this point, I'm at a loss. I don't know what to do with her. So I guess at this point, I'm just gonna give Demelza a shot instead. She should be going into heat next week. And I guess I'll bring her over instead. And we can still try to ultrasound Daisy in another week and a half or so, just to be sure, but this tail wagging is a fairly good indicator that she's in heat. She keeps sniffing my boots, which probably smell like buck, and wagging her tail like a crazy woman. And apparently I need to find somebody to have a chat with to figure out what is going on with the stinking goat. It's like 34 degrees out here, so I don't know why I did not wear a jacket. I guess because the sunshine made it look so warm. But anyways, so it's a bit cold. But the sun is absolutely gorgeous. I'm so excited for it. So anyways, Demelza was a little chatty this morning, which she's usually pretty quiet. So I think she's going into heat. Just thought I'd come out and double check if that's the case, so that we can take her to get Brad. Hello. How are you? How are you? Huh? Yeah. Little chatty. Not crazy yet. This last cycle, she was in heat for like 3 or 4 days, and she was so loud. But it always starts with the little bleats, and then she gets crazy. Are you enjoying the sun back there too? Why do you always flip that bed over? It'd be much more comfortable if you laid on it right side up. What? Well, she's not being crazy yet. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll wait till tomorrow. What do you think? This morning she went straight to the fence and was just laying. Not excessively, but more than she is now. She's not really flagging her tail. I did think she was about a day early, so I don't know. We'll see. Of course, now that I walked away, now she's being loud. Okay, back out again. I'm going to go ahead and get Demelza and bring her over. I don't know if she'll be in a standing heat yet, but we'll find out. I figure it's better to end up, you know, taking her if she's not and having to make a second trip than not take her and miss the window. So, I'm going to have to get her now. Let's see how she does with us. Alright, Demelza, your turn. How are you going to do on a leash? Better than Daisy? Actually, you know what? I'm going to switch your collars, because yours is going to pop right off. She does not have a very good collar. We replaced Daisy's at some point, but we have never replaced hers, and yeah. There you go. Do you look so pretty with her collar on? Alright, let's go, Demelza. Come on. Let's go. Good girl. Oh, she's like, yes, finally. Daisy always gets to come this way when she's in heat. It's my turn. Alright. Come on, Demelza. Come on, girl. Come on. Good girl. Come on. Let's go. Well, you're not so sure if she's not coming with you, huh? Come on. Come on. All right. Let's walk side by side, okay? All right. She's not so sure about this without Daisy coming too. Yeah, note to self. Next group of goats, whoever they may be, need to be leash trained. Come on. You guys are always wanting to go in the garage, and I'm always having to shoo you out. Now that I want you in, you don't want to come. Come on. Not even being bribed. Goodness. Thankfully, she's not as heavy as Daisy, so picking her up wasn't as bad, but goodness. Hopefully, the stress of having to come out here and get in the car and load up doesn't negatively affect her. So what, did you see some friends? Did you see some friends? Oh, you're gonna pee right in their hay feeder. Come on. And who do we have? Oh, it's you again. It's Rigor again. Oh, this is Nick? Okay, same. Oh no, because Rigor didn't have the white on him, did he? This is Nick. What do you think? There you go. We're home. Are you so happy to be home? You gonna go straight over to see Daisy? Yes. She says, I'm home. I never want to live again. So that was interesting. First thing she said when I opened the car door is, wow, she is small. So that was not super encouraging. Come on, girl. She's large enough to birth babies. That wasn't the concern. The only concern with her having babies would be if there's complications. Is she large enough for us to fit a hand inside of her to help get them out if they're tangled up or something? But she had a couple of her sisters, and they were really small too, about the same size. So she's like, it can be done. You know, we can try it, but, you know, there is that possible risk there. I need to get these down. So yeah, she was kind of a spaz, shaking like a leaf the whole time, very stressed out. So I need to get her some herbs to help calm her down. Come here. Come here. Apparently her whole line that she comes from is easily stresses. So, and that buck, she said none of the does like him because he's very loud and he does not take his time. He is hot and heavy, very aggressive breeder. So she wasn't really a fan of him. So I don't know. I know she was not really in a standing heat. I think she hasn't quite, her hormones haven't gotten that strong yet. And I mean, she's a lot more vocal now than she was earlier, or even while we were there. They're starting to fight over there. Daisy wants to snip her because she smells like a buck. So yeah, I think she's probably gonna get into a standing heat more tomorrow. but I would feel really bad taking her back because she was so stressed. Like, she's panting right now. It's okay, it's okay. So, yeah. I guess I just need to mull it over a little bit and process it all. Go from there. So, anyways, I'm gonna get her some fresh water and some herbs to help calm her down, because yeah, she's a little spastic at the moment. Are you feeling it today? You're not letting me take a picture of you. Yep, she is flagging and snorting today, just as I suspected. She's in a stronger heat now. See if we can do this before the battery dies, because it's been raining all day. So Daisy here obviously has been struggling. So we've talked to the other breeders and talked to the vet, and we're going to try giving them a dose of selenium, because selenium deficiency in goats is pretty common, and our area is selenium deficient, so not super surprising. And in adults, that manifests as reproductive issues. So we're going to try giving them each a dose of selenium and see if that helps things move along better. And hopefully before the light cuts out. Demelza, leave that camera alone. I am not very good at this. I do not enjoy doing this. So, yeah, oops, I accidentally took it off the walk. Last time I accidentally stabbed myself, so let's try to avoid that this time. Okay. You got her? I gotta say though, that was so much easier than doing it by myself. Thank you.
She did very good.
She did. What a good girl. I'll give you some of Jamel's food as a treat. Here you go. It's a bit dark in here. It is really, really super windy out and cold. It's like 20 degrees and the wind is like 30 miles an hour, and possible wind chill as low as -15. So I'm just out taking care of the animals. Fed the birds, though I get a feeling they're gonna come back again as soon as they're done. At least the chickens. Ducks will probably stay out because they're stupid. The goats were in here screaming because they wanted some hay. They had a little bit left, but you know, goats, so picky. They want the fresh stuff. And I don't know why Demelza is being so loud unless she's in heat again. I didn't think it'd been long enough. I don't know. Anyways, so she's happily eating. I'm gonna go put some more bedding into the chicken coop, just to help insulate, because it's supposed to be really cold this week. Most days is gonna be below 20. So I'm gonna put some extra bedding in there, and then might dump some more straw in here as well for the goaties to keep warm. I did not bring a tripod, so you're on the gross window. Don't fall down. Go spread it out. It'll give them something to do. Okay. I think this bale is open. Hello, Daisy. One of them likes to sleep here. The other one likes to sleep here, which I gave her some the other day over here, but they also like to pee here, which I don't understand. You weirdies. Those are their favorite sleeping spots. I put a little more over here by the door because little goat door here. There was a lot of rain blowing in last night. It got quite wet. There you go. Okay. I'm going to grab a handful of this used stuff over here and put it by the gate out there because it's gotten really, really muddy. But I think that's all I have to do in here for now. I'm surprised the waters weren't as frozen as I expected. They were pretty easy to break because that wind has been howling all night. I thought it would be pretty solid, but that's okay. Makes my job easier. Okay. Well, they should be good for now. Today, I don't know what the high was, but it's not going to be as terrible. But then it's just going to keep going down. So, stay warm, goaties. All you ladies heading back in. Is it too cold out here? Those ducks, they won't go in. They just lay down so they can tuck their feet in and not have to feel it. Silly, silly. Hey guys, it's really cold out here. I think it's been like, I think right now it's 14. This morning it was like 9. Anyways, I'm just coming out to make sure that the animals have water that isn't frozen. I was out here maybe 4 hours ago and brought them all fresh water, so hopefully I can just break the ice on the top and they'll still have water underneath. We'll see. Hi, how are you? Staying warm? Yeah, she's in heat again. So she's been out here in the cold, not really caring. Yeah, you too. It was a little sunny earlier, so they were enjoying that. Hey guys, what you doing? Earlier, none of these chickens wanted to come out. They didn't even come out to eat their breakfast, all of them. So, yeah. And then the ducks, they wanted to be out, but not really in the snow. So I brought the water over here by the door so the chickens wouldn't have to come too far. And then hopefully, oh look, it's just slushy. Good. They saw, oh, they did not realize that there was water there, did you? There you go. Have some water. Hello. Did you not know that there was water there? There's water there. Yeah, that's frozen. All that food in there is frozen. The water's frozen. You gotta come over here for water. Lovely. So anyway, some of these chickens did come out earlier. The sun was shining, but as you see, they're not super active. I did put half of a winter squash in the coop for them to kind of entertain them, give them something to do and a reason to move around some, but I guess they've come out here and just parked themselves for whatever reason. I don't know why. They're just standing there so uncomfortable looking. Go inside, it's warmer. The rest of the chickens actually all ran into the goat side earlier when I was out here. I opened the door to check on them and they wanted to go in, so I let them. I figured pawing through all this hay would keep them moving and give them something to do. So let's see how they're doing. Hello! How are you? Oh, poor Jenny. Poor Jenny, her chest is naked. You really need to hurry up and grow those feathers back. There was more of you in here earlier. Where'd the rest of them go? There's one over there. Maybe the rest jumped the fence and went back in? I don't know. How's it going? Did anybody lay eggs in here? I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. This is where that other chicken used to like to lay. Nope, none there. We don't have her anymore. She actually got eaten by a hawk the last week of December there, or killed by a hawk. We actually put her in the freezer when I found it. So, nope, no eggs there. Let's see if there's any in here. Well, there's what's left of our squash here. I ate some of it. Hey guys, you staying warm in here? Those two have been parked up there all day. There's one egg over there. They keep sleeping in this box. Ay. 3 down there. You don't belong in here. And I imagine there's probably 1 egg back in that corner because I think one of the breasts keep laying back there. I'm going to go ahead and collect these eggs so they don't freeze if they haven't already. And then since everybody has water, I'm going inside. This is actually not even the coldest day of the week. It's going to be cold all week. Really cold. So where's my pocket? It's here somewhere. So yeah, I'll be making a lot of trips out here in the frigid. Thankfully this coat is super warm. So just staying on top of water, making sure they have good bedding for warm and keeping warm, and making sure eggs don't freeze. Here we go again, guys. Off to check on animals, make sure that they have unfrozen water to drink. Well, it ain't frozen, but it ain't coming out. That's gonna need some work. Anyways, they're just starting to freeze. So we'll have to switch those ones out in a little bit here. So the reason I keep taking you out here over and over again to do the same thing is because I was speaking to a friend yesterday at church, and some of her kids are wanting to get into homesteading, and you know, they're all excited to have the animals and everything, and she was saying, you know, I don't know that they really understand how much work is going to have to go into it, and you know, the commitment that it's going to take. So I want to make sure that I'm not just showing you, oh look, we got all this food, we have all these animals, but I also want to show you that, look, having this food and these animals takes a lot of work. And speaking of which, sometimes that work is very unexpected. Let me show you what I just came upon. Hey, what happened to you? It's okay. Shh. I don't know what's up with this girl over here. That's one of our breast girls, and her comb is extremely bloody. She's not going to let me get close enough to tend to her. She's not tame at all. Hey! I don't know, it might be Harriet. I can't really tell from right now with her all bloody like that. Her eye looks a bit swollen. So sometimes unexpected things happen too that you gotta deal with, no matter how cold it is. Hey! What's going on, girl? What happened to you? Well, she's not looking so good. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get her until she goes in tonight. And that's really not good because she's wet and it's like 14 degrees out. I really need to get her in the garage or something so she can be warmer and we can get a better look at that. I'll have to come up with a plan for that. I don't have any idea what happened unless one of the other chickens attacked her. I really have no idea. So anyways, I was over here to get this egg before it freezes. But anyways, I was saying, I want to make sure that I'm showing you not just the glamorous side of it. There's another side too. You don't always look glamorous. You don't always feel glamorous. Farm life isn't always glamorous, as she just demonstrated. There's also a lot of work, especially in the winter like now, when it is super, super cold, and you still have to bundle up multiple times a day to come out and make sure that these animals actually, don't go in there, to make sure these animals actually have water that isn't frozen. Because while they may not drink as much in winter when it's cold as they do in summer, yeah, there's blood in here too, as she's been dripping. But, you know, the air is really dry, so they need more. It looks like these ducks must have been taking a bath because there's ice on the ground and no water in the bucket. So I'm going to have to go get some of that. So yeah, I just wanted to show you the day-to-day that's involved in raising these animals. Because I do want to encourage, anybody who wants to homestead to be able to do that. And I want to make sure that you have, the foreknowledge of the reality a little bit here. Sometimes animals get hurt, sometimes they die, and sometimes you have to come out in the freezing cold to take care of them. Well, the goat's water is still liquid, so that's good. And to collect eggs. Collect eggs before they freeze. Hi, chickens. How's it going? Yeah, that is Harriet out there. Because, right? Yeah. It's getting to where I can't hardly tell Harriet apart from the others. Let me see your toes. Harriet has crooked toes. Oh, I think I might see what happened here. I think this is the other breast pullet. And then I saw one more outside. I don't know, she's running away so fast I can't tell. So I see there's a lot of blood over here in this nest. And I'm guessing some hens were fighting over that spot where they wanted to lay their eggs. Because, who cares if the whole nest box is empty? They all want to lay in the same place. So I'm guessing that's probably what happened, is a fight over who was going to use the box. But I'm going to go ahead and get these eggs from in here before they freeze. When it's this cold, you got to do it multiple times a day. Even doing it, being out here every 4 hours, I actually had 3 eggs freeze yesterday. So, oh, I hear y'all. I'll leave in a minute. So yes, lots of rambling here, but it's hard to think when it's this cold. There's so much going on at once, but there are 2 sides to homesteading. The glamorous side that you see on maybe Instagram or Pinterest or what have you. And then the reality side that involves the work and, the heartbreak and the difficulty that it takes to get to that glamorous side. And it goes back and forth. There's a mix of both, which if it's what you really want to do, you really feel called to it, if it's the life that you love, it's worth it. It all balances out and it's totally worth it in the end. I love this life and I wouldn't trade it, cobwebs and all, I wouldn't trade it for an easier, different life for anything. No. Totally worth it. You enjoying the sunshine? Does that make you feel warmer? You're like a cat. You don't have any legs in the front. You look like a cat. Where's your feet? Silly girl. Hi. How are you? Well, that was not easy. Lots of ring around the rosy, but we got her. She is not looking so good. That is a lot of blood, my dear. She's got a lot of swelling around her eye. And of course, because it's red and bleeding, the other chickens were pecking more. Because that's what chickens do. They're attracted to the color red. So I don't know if we can see. It's a lot of blood. I don't know exactly where it's coming from. Somewhere on her comb. But it's, as you can see, it's actively bleeding still. So we need to get her in and get that stopped and get her warmed up, because it's way too cold to be out here with an extremely wet head like this. Okay, girl? The lighting here isn't really great, but hopefully you can see that she's doing pretty good. By time Mike got home and I had an extra set of hands, all of that blood had dried. So we didn't bother trying to clean it off because that would just make her more wet, you know, and it probably would not wash off easily. But it's actually, she's kind of cleaned herself up a bit, it looks like, too. I don't know how, but she's looking good. I actually don't see for sure where it came from. It must have just been a small cut that just bled a lot. I'm sure being excessively cold didn't help. She's probably got a little bit of frostbite going on from these extreme temperatures, but yeah, no, she's good. I've kept her in here while it was really cold, and well, she still had a lot of blood on her just to make sure she could stay warmer and not get picked on. But I think she's probably okay to go out. It's actually 32 right now, which feels positively balmy compared to what it's been. So, like, I don't even have a coat on and I'm perfectly okay. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put her back out. Most of the, the dried blood that is on her isn't bright red anymore. So I think she'll be okay with the other chickens, and she's anxious to get out of here. She doesn't really like people so much, and this is too much of a close proximity for her liking. So I'm gonna go ahead and let her go. Look, we're outside. See? I think the injury was on this side. Lots of dry blood, but yeah, no open gashes or anything, so I think she's good and ready to go. There you go. Have fun. See you later. Enjoy life. Stay out of trouble. Okay then, I guess all is well. So, hope you're staying warm wherever you are. Crazy as it sounds, it's actually getting on garden season, so my plan is for next week to do a video on how I do my garden plan. So, until then, keep warm. We'll see you later.